We must be brave, and we must be brave, 'cause we come too far and we fought too hard, just let it go. We're gonna win in the end. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh man, I've been watching She-Ra, and I like that theme song. I like it a whole bunch. And there's nothing you can do about it. Let me get a little more light here. Could I actually probably put a little more light? Whatever. Let's get a little more light here too. Okay, no, that's too much. Okay, so hey guys, what's happening right now is I broke my computer last week. I didn't break it. Something got old. It got old and it couldn't go on any longer. So I went into the process of troubleshooting it, and all the things that said because my computer would just shut down, and it would be like, "Hey, I'm doing my thing, all right." And so I'm doing my stuff, and then it just shuts down. It just done. It's a dead computer. So I went online and I was like, what does it mean when my computer just shuts off? And all the places were saying, hey, that means that your power supply is messed up in your PC. And I went out and I was like, I know exactly what I'll do is I'll buy a couple of power supplies and return the one that doesn't work as well. So I did that, came home, put a new power supply in my computer, and it did not turn on at all. Didn't turn on whatsoever. So I took the other power supply that I had also bought, put that one in, and it also didn't work. So then I'm going online forums, and I don't know if you've ever tried to help yourself through the use of online forums, but what it typically is, hey experts, I'm a person who has a problem. Can you help me? And then everyone says everything that is critical and not helpful. And you end up with a bunch of bullshit answers that are like, maybe don't buy such a piece of shit product next time. And no one cares about you or your problems. However, I did find one forum post that was like, hey, when you install, I bet you had a glitch half virus at the same time during your old computer. No, laughing fuss. What the problem was when I tried to install the new power supply, I didn't use all the cables that came with it. Because when you have one power supply made by one manufacturer, and then you try to put in another one that's made by another manufacturer, none of the cables work. Even though they have all the same cable heads on them, their wires are different. So I finally figured that out, put in the new power supply, and the computer still shut down. Which meant the problem was not the power supply. So then I took all those cables out, put in my old power supply. I bet you love this story already. I can tell you guys are fucking enthralled by this story. And turns out my processor was overheating because the water cooling system I had was getting old. And it was running out of water. So went out and got a new cooling system, and that's where we're at right now. I just put in this new cooling system. It's pretty cool, and it is working so far so good. So we're good, unless I crash at some point during this stream, in which case you knew that my new cooling system is not working, and I am going to fucking flip out. So just keep that in mind. If the stream cuts short at any point, it's because this new water cooling system is not the problem, and I'm either gonna have to go buy a new processor or a new motherboard, and that is when I'm gonna get real mad. So let's see who's here. Hi Zoe, hi Carol, hi Tony, hi Sasha, hi Lindsay, hi Taz, hi Selena, hi. I said hi Carol already. Hi Silver Sky Dragon. Hi Rena. Hi Emmy. Hi Laughing Fuss. Hi Kristen. And I already said hi to all these people. Can't stay. Sorry you couldn't stay, Zoe. Watching off two things. Well, watch one thing at a time. You can watch the other thing and then watch this later. I don't care. Taz is over there in Ireland. That's nice. Okay, why you hate Mondays, and you kind of remind me of Garfield because he hates Mondays as well. Laughing Fuss, I'm not gonna get into any goddamn conspiracy theories with you about how I might or might not be Garfield because I hate Mondays and fucking love lasagna, but I will tell you this. I do love lasagna. What do you think about that? Oh, phone's already doing some shit telling me about my own stream. God damn it. I don't know why I keep... Let me just mark this as spam right now. What the fuck? Let me just unsubscribe from this bullshit email that I get about my own stream. Just, yeah. Open that bullshit. Turn off. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now Gmail won't email me about bullshit. Okay, Garfield. I'm also watching The Simpsons right now. That's cool, Carol. I guess that's fine to be watching. Can't make it to a stream. How are you all? Good. We're all good. I bet that you had a glitch we already talked about that. Watching this at school. Get back to work, Kristen. You're supposed to be studying your ligonometry or something. I don't know. You just realized you actually look like Loki. Thanks, Laughing Fuss. You're the real Loki. I've been having my hair up last few episodes, so I figured I'd wear it down today since I have a new cooling system and maybe my room won't be 80 million degrees today. Okay. Laughing Fuss, that's the whole point of this cosplay. Just realize, private hospital room. Oh no, Tony. You're always in the hospital. Needed a video to watch while I was cleaning my room, so thank you. Hey, you're welcome, Sasha. That face, though, after lasagna. Bill is Garfield. Confirmed. Don't you go spreading that around, Sasha, because you know what that's going to do? That's going to get the government on my tail. And that's always the problem, isn't it? The government. Think about how much taxes you pay. They're probably going towards something bigger than you. Pay your goddamn taxes, everybody. Tried not to laugh after you made that face. Bill is Pusheen Cat confirmed. Oh, Pusheen! So cute. I'm typing on my phone, watching off my grandma's iPad. Thanks, Grandma, for donating an iPad. Oh, man. So, with all this computer shit happening and me having to take everything apart and put it back together, I also dug up, one of my buddies had moved away, and he was like, hey, do you want a Chromecast? Because he had, like, a smart TV or whatever. And he's like, I don't need it because my TV already syncs up with all my devices. And so last night, I installed this Chromecast dongle in the back of my TV, and it's pretty cool. Now I can use my computer to interact with my TV, but I don't have to plug my TV into my computer using up a valuable port that I need for my tablet. For those of you who want to track all the ports that I have available in the back of my computer. After you made that face, typing on my phone and watching off my grandma's iPad, be such a good NPC in D&D. Rena, I actually just got to play D&D this past weekend. We had a good time, made some new friends. It was the craziest thing. So I had met a new friend at Comic-Con who works for a large live streaming company, and he was doing a D&D gaming tutorial installation thing at the nightclub where I was helping to set up this night event. And I was like, oh yeah, I love tabletop gaming. He was like, oh, we should play D&D sometime. And I was like, fuck yeah, all right. So I got his number and we started talking, and we finally found a date where I was going to be playing with my friends and we had an open seat, and he was going to be playing, and I brought him in and we played one of our wacky kind of bullshit one-shot campaign D&D games, and I was running it, and we played for probably 6 hours, I think, probably 6 hours. And at the very end of the game, one of my grand friends, which is one of my many best friends, Davis, who is in Toronto and usually is the DM for our games, he was mentioning that he's from Pennsylvania, And so my new friend was also like, oh, I am also from Pennsylvania. And Davis says, whereabouts? And he says, oh, this town over here. I think it was, whatever, York or something. And the guy's like, oh, weird. And he's like, Davis goes, yeah, my friend lives over there. And then the new guy goes, is your friend's name this? And it was immediately a name that we all at the table knew, because we'd all worked with this guy, and Davis is currently still working with him in Toronto. And we were like, yeah, we know him. So it turns out that through complete coincidence, we had ended up playing D&D with a friend of a friend. And it was a good time. It was a good time. Minds were blown, or maybe he was from the government trying to get my sweet, sweet Garfield facts out of me, because, QAnon. Moving on. Freya, we talked about how maybe Garfield hates Mondays and loves lasagna as I do, and therefore, have you ever seen us in the same room at the same time? I don't think so. If any of you are dressing up as what are you going to dress up as? Kristen, I'll give you 3 goddamn guesses. And no, I probably won't dress up as anything, because dressing up as Loki is a big pain in the ass. So I probably won't dress up at all. If any dressing up as Halloween, I found out that I have epilepsy. That's why I'm in the hospital. Oh, Tony, no. No, not the epilepsy. Well, there's meds for that, right? That at least are preventative. And maybe service dog? Service dogs help with that. Maybe you could get a new friend, buddy, who could follow you around and be nice and extra attentiveful when he smells something. It's my friend's birthday last week, named Elizabeth, and Amy, and Amy, I made them gifts. Well, cool, Taz. Like, tell Elizabeth I said happy birthday. Hey, Karen, what was I thinking of today? I have a little drive bay in my computer that it's meant to fit where like a CD-ROM drive fits, but instead it's a little drawer where you can put things, and I put things in it, and I think it might have been sent by you, Karen. So I was thinking about you today. Peyton, college is so fun. I'm glad to hear that, Peyton. Great story, Bill. Cool story, Hanser, is how we say it. It's a long story and a boring story, but you sat through it, so suck on that. I'm dressing up as Tanith Lowe from Skullduggery Pleasant. You guys follow some of the most obscure shit. I don't know what Skullduggery Pleasant is, nor do I know who Tanith. If you had said, what is his name? Stannis Baratheon, I would know who that is. Or Tanis from Borderlands, I would know that. But speaking of Borderlands, that just came out. I'll probably it'll be discounted deep enough for me to buy it in about 3 or 4 years. So that's fine. I'm going to be Wonder Woman for Halloween at college. My first Halloween away from home. That'll be fun. Be Wonder Woman. There's tables for it. Oh. There's tables? Like, for epilepsy, there's tables for... Oh, tablets. Okay. I was like, tables, like, you get, like, a graph, and it says, like, okay, every Wednesday at 6 p.m., you gotta make sure you take it easy and be somewhere comfortable, because, like, that's when you're most acceptable, so check the table whenever you're feeling something coming on, but it's tablets, not tables, so... But maybe tables could help. Some people, I don't know. I'm dressing up as Black Widow. Got to represent. Good job, Kristen. I think Black Widow is a very tasteful choice. Probably going to be a Slytherin student. That'll be cool, Freya. I'm not as big a fan of Slytherin as I am of Hufflepuff. I consider myself a Hufflepuff. Let me get this mic a little closer right now. Okay. Oh, well, maybe that's fine. Dressing up, probably gonna be a Slytherin. Are you a Loki stan? What are your thoughts on the Loki series? Jade, I would not consider myself a Loki stan. I cosplay the character, however, I am not a diehard fan of the character. I think there's a lot more thoughtful analysis of the character that could be done, and that the Loki fandom tends to give Loki credit for a lot of things that aren't necessarily in the character, and they also kind of forgive a lot of things that the character is definitely all about. So I'm a little less of a Loki, like, oh, Loki's the best and he's misunderstood and all that. Like, I think Loki's not all that misunderstood that you should be like, oh, well, he just let him kill people. It's fine. So Loki Stan is not how I would define myself. The Loki series, however, I'm hopeful. I think Marvel's done a great job on everything it's done so far. I don't know how well it's going to go over with a television budget. Loki tends to be susceptible to being in extraordinary situations that involve a lot of visual effects, and magic, explosions, spaceships, aliens, gods, thunder and lightning, all that stuff. And that's stuff that I don't think television does particularly well. So we'll see. I mean, if it's a drama, good. I mean, if it's kind of a comedy, good. But we've already established Loki as someone who's at the center of the biggest sort of happenings in the universe. And I don't know if that's going to work so well with a TV budget. But I don't know. I mean, it'll probably come out really well. Disney certainly got the money. Tablets. I'll be working Halloween. Not so easy to dress up when you're at work in a kitchen. You could still try it, Carol. Still give it a shot. Nothing's stopping you except for OSHA violations. I'm probably going to go as Spider-Man, and then my girlfriend is going to go as MJ as well, so that's going to be fun. That does sound fun, Taz. I hope you guys do that. I may put my Loki horns on, says Carol, because Carol had said, oh, you're going to put your Loki horns on at work. That's cool. Emily, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Well, my nurses just showed up with evening meds, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, Tony. Take your time. But yeah, oh, hey, girlfriend. What are you on, lunch right now? That's pretty cool. Gotta find a time. Amada's here, everybody. Say hi to Amada. So, I have been watching some HBO series stuff. I finished Game of Thrones. I thought it was great. And then I went on to watch The Boys. I didn't think that was great. And then another friend of mine recommended The Expanse. And I don't know if any of you guys watched The Expanse. But I didn't love it. I thought it was a little too mysterious and not expository enough. Jotun Loki, says Jade. Let me see if I got something. Hold on. Media source. Browse. I have a Jotun Loki picture around here somewhere. Oh no, that's a media source. I don't think that's the one. Image. That's what I want. Let me see what I can find here. Pictures. Gotta have one of them here somewhere. No. No. There it is. Yeah, so, it's sideways, really? Whatever. Okay, so, here we go. Can I turn this? Lock, add, copy, rename, remove, order, transform? Copy, reset, rotate, clockwise. There you go. So yeah, this is when I did the Jotun Loki makeup. However, the plan was to have it be with a costume, and we couldn't get it to set all the way. And so when I went to put on the costume, I was getting blue paint all over my costume that I didn't know if I could get off once it was staining the costume. So I ended up just walking around with this blue makeup with a Loki hoodie, and that's what that day was, unfortunately. We couldn't make the whole thing happen. The one amazing Bucky Spider-Man fan over here. Am I a stan of anyone in the MCU? Is there any MCU character that I particularly love? Answer to that, it's not really. I used to like Wolverine a lot. But then everyone liked Wolverine when the new X-Men movie, when the X-Men movie came out in like the early or the late 90s. So yeah, no, I mean, Marvel's not my deal. I was really into Spawn, so Image Comics, Spawn and Invincible are my guys. Marvel, not as much. I love the Marvel movies. I love all the characters. I'm not like, I'm gonna buy the merchandise for them, or I'm gonna like talk about them online. Like that's never something that I feel is necessary. Thoughts on Rise of Skywalker, or are you a Star Wars fan? I think I've liked all the new Star Wars movies that have come out lately, and I think they're going to do a great job on the next one. I'm not going to speculate. I haven't looked into too much. I think they've teased a lot of images that have people either nervous or hopeful or whatever, but I have no investment. And I hope it's well. I hope it's good, just like the Loki show. I think it could easily go wrong. I think actually no. You know what? It's gonna be fine. I don't even think it's gonna be bad. I don't think there's a chance of it being bad if you take into account that I thought the last few were good, including Rogue One. The Han Solo movie was a little rough, but what are you gonna do? Thanks. Doing great. The amazing. Oh, I see. Thoughts. Started school again last week and have already done 7 computer science lessons. Cool, Sasha. I hope you become a computer scientist, and next time I have a computer problem, you can just diagnose it instantly instead of me having to run around all week and trying to figure it out. Can't stay for long. Gonna have an x-ray after my trampolining incident. Everybody's in the goddamn hospital. Why am I so shiny? I don't want to be this shiny. I want to be smooth. Ugh. Casual Loki, correct. Silver Sky Dragon. Have fun, guys. I'll probably miss the end of the stream. All right, Emily, we'll be back on later today. So we're coming up on the last 5 minutes of the stream anyways. You're not going to miss much. Thanks, Emily. I got your notification that you subscribed to my channel. Oh, hey, cool. You guys are subscribing to each other. Drop your skincare routine. Yeah. I don't really have a skincare routine, but I also don't have an air conditioner, so I get a little oily. I get a little secrety in the summer months, and that's why I'm shiny. That's all. I don't know why it's trying to filter so much today. I quite like Squirrel Girl because she, in the comics, bitch slapped Thanos a bunch of times, and she's really cool. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of cool sort of snippets of Squirrel Girl stuff. And I'd love to. I think she's sort of the anti-Lobo. It's like she's a chaotic good character who isn't out to be a badass, but she can still kind of break the rules. She's sort of the anti-Deadpool, I guess, where it's like she can break a lot of the rules and be more powerful than anyone expects her to be, but she does that with a conscience and with morals, and doesn't kind of play to the well, I'm a badass, so I might have to cut some corners sometimes, and there might be some collateral damage. No, she walks in there and she does the job with one surgically placed slap, and that's a lot cleaner and a lot more moral than a lot of the other heroes would do. I'm heading back to the hospital gym, bored of sitting in a room. Well, Tony, good luck, and we'll see you maybe this afternoon if you want. Where did I get my scepter, Moonra? I got my scepter from a company called Needles and Swords. Shortly after I had bought my scepter, commissioned my scepter from them, the gentleman who sculpted it and cast it and got it to me, he went to work for Weta Workshop in New Zealand, and as far as I know, he's still there, and so he has not taken commissions since. So yeah, I mean, it's not available through them, but who sells good scepters? Eldritch Arts. try Eldritch Arts if you want to buy or commission a scepter. She makes a really beautiful one. And I've seen them firsthand, and they are really top quality. If I didn't get my scepter from who I got it from, I would have gotten it from her, and would have been equally as happy. Heading back to the hospital, thoughts on Miss Marvel. I liked Miss Marvel. And I liked her in her own movie, and I liked her in Endgame, and I thought that they did a great job. So, suck on that. Hey, Cosmic Cupcake, hey, Jen. Hope that baby's doing well. I'm about to start testing out this processor, so if you got some time for playing Borderlands or whatever, might be online later. Goose the Flurkin could have single-pawedly taken out Thanos in the first 2 seconds of Infinity War. Yeah, I don't know if Goose was that powerful. I would like to hope so. That would have been cool. That would have been cool to see if Thanos had just showed up and been flurkined up. Just got flirked right in his purple flurple, but it didn't happen. A little too convenient, not that interesting of a movie to watch. She's a supersonic teenage warhead mixed with Mystique, Blue Girl, and with Deadpool's humor. Yeah, but I mean, the big thing for me, Taz, is that she's not abusing anyone or blaming her character flaws on trauma. Not to say that people with trauma don't have some sort of reasoning for what they do as far as character flaws, but Squirrel Girl seems in a lot more healthy of a place. Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. Right. Thoughts on Miss Marvel. I'm sorry. I was thinking Captain Marvel. You're right. Miss Marvel. Stretchy powers. I don't know much about her. However, I'm excited to see her appearance in the Marvel Cinematic or television universe. So yeah, I mean, I really don't know enough about Miss Marvel to make a comment, but Captain Marvel was fun. Text me will take some time out to help. Cool. It'll give me a break from World of Warcraft. Ooh, boy. Hey, is that new World of Warcraft WoW Classic, is that free to play? Or is that still monthly thing? Deadpool and Supersonic Teenage Warhead, I can see a movie being made. Yeah, I don't know. The Deadpool movies are good. They're a lot different than how he is in the comics, and I appreciate that. Although Negasonic Teenage Warhead, I don't particularly see her as being that big of a draw for me. She's a little aloof. How did you feel about the X-Men supposedly coming into the MCU? I think it'll be great if they can. X-Men versus Avengers, that'd be cool. I'd enjoy it. Glad to see you still doing your magical cosplays. Briefly got to meet you at 2015 SDCC alongside female Thor. That was probably Ben at Wild Night. Well, welcome. I'm glad you got to drop in. Coming in right at the end. We're gonna finish this stream soon in the next minute or two, and then we're gonna do another one this afternoon. So maybe we'll get to see you again. Taz, I think of this before the fight in Endgame. You just see Squirrel Girl rise up and walk over to Thanos, backhand him. Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to think about the really simple solutions in complex plot lines of movies, where it's like, oh, well, if in Batman versus Superman, Batman had just pulled the trigger and killed Superman, it would have been over. Or if they had just not been dicks to each other, like, it would have been fine. But they were, because that's what makes the movie interesting. And Batman versus Superman is the worst example to use because the movie was terrible. I believe you still need a sub, but if you do have one, it was free. Huh. Interesting. You need a subscription, but it's a free subscription to, like, BattleNet or something. Yeah, I don't know if I can afford the time to get into WoW right now, but it's something that's rattling around in the back of my head. I'm only 76 readers away from hitting 1,000 readers on my first book. Cool, Moonra. Let everybody know what to search for. I have to go and take my tablets. Bye, Sasha. I'm actually going to take off as well. Do a little more tidying up, and then maybe eat some lunch. So, take casually do stuff. Well, I don't think WoW is a casual thing. I think it's one of those things where you kind of got to commit to. Now I'm putting 120 million hours into playing World of Warcraft, so goodbye forever. So if I want to play, I'll figure it out. But if it's still a pay subscription, I'm not gonna do that shit. So guys, I'm gonna take off for now, and I hope that you have a good day, and I hope that you all. Oh, BGC, yeah, she's over in the window or something. I don't know. She's somewhere else. But guys, we'll talk to you soon, and tune in later this afternoon. We'll do another stream, and be good to one another, and make your life happy, I hope, and miss you, love you, bye. We will be strong, we will be brave, and